Hey, what's going on, guys? I've been wanting for a long time to do some collections of my horror comics. I decided to break it down into decades because I think it's just going to be easier that way. And that way it's not a very long video because I have roughly 300 horror comics. So I'll be breaking it down into decade and then probably do The Walking Dead as its own because I have a lot of those. But here we go. It's my Silver Age comics, so the scary 60s, if you want to call it that. I'm going to start off by saying that not all of these are actually horror comics. They're also sci-fi and fantasy, but I have so few of those that I just decided to clump them in with the horror because they all have some horror elements to them. So we'll start off with Adventures into the Unknown, number 144. Chamber of Darkness, number 1. I actually like that cover a lot. It's got this, I guess he conjured a demon somehow, or maybe it's a ghost, not 100% sure. But he looks pretty fucking terrified there. Dark Shadows, number 2. Man, I love this comic. I love the show, too. The movie with Johnny Depp, it's a piece of shit. Don't watch it if you haven't. Especially if you're a fan of the show, it'll just ruin it. I love Dark Shadows, love Barnabas Collins. I wish I had more of these. I have this and one other one, I think it's number 33, but that'll be in the 70s video, not this one. We've got Forbidden Worlds, number 121, from 1964, I believe. Got Ghost Stories, number 5. This guy looks like he's trying to escape in his nice little sports car from a gigantic fucking ghost. The Mini Ghost of Dr. Graves, number 2. Not a big fan of the cover. What I do like is later in the series, the art was actually done by Steve Ditko. And you can't go wrong with Steve Ditko. We got Strange Adventures, number 207, featuring Deadman. I know some people would say Deadman is not a horror character per se, but you know what? I say, fuck you, you're wrong. Tales of the Unexpected, number 95. You know, considering that in the 60s they weren't allowed to have skeletons on covers, that's pretty close to skeletal. I think they were pushing the boundaries a little bit. Got Strange Suspense Stories, number 68. This guy gets shrunken down, and on the cover here, he's about to be killed by a bowling ball. Okay, somehow my comics got out of order here. I'm not sure exactly how that was. That previous one was Strange Suspense Stories, number 68. I'm sorry, it's number 69. This is number 68. The Disenchanter has his fortune teller. Kashmir Dew. Dr. Hobart Greel goes to meet with him. He's a skeptic and then finds out that Kashmir Dew is in contact with the spirit of this guy that the girl that this guy killed back in 1947 after he fell in love with her and got jealous, and this scariness ensues. Okay, Where Monsters Dwell, number 2. Has Spore on the cover, this giant squid type character. Pretty badass. I have 2 copies of that somehow. Okay, we got Where Monsters Dwell, number 3. A monster called Gratu. Where Monsters Dwell, number 4. It's called Behind the Door Waits. What? Where Monsters Dwell, number 5. With, I believe, is the second appearance of Taboo. Although technically Where Monsters Dwell just reprinted a lot of horror comics from the 50s. How they even got away with doing that, I'm not really sure. In this series, actually, they reprint the first appearance of Groot, and I'd love to get a hold of that, but copies in good shape run for about $150, and I don't have that kind of money to throw down on a comic. But I might pick up a low-grade copy sometime so I can just read it. Because, hey, who doesn't love Groot? I am Groot. So that's my whole selection from the 60s. Not a lot, but it's what I have. hopefully you like this video. If you like it, go ahead and click that like button. It helps me get found. And then if you really like the video and you want to see more videos like this, I have the 70s, 80s, 90s, and then the modern age videos still to do. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I'd love to see 100 subscribers. When I hit 100 subscribers, I'm going to do a giveaway, just so you guys know. So yeah, thanks a lot, guys.